Hey guys, this is John, and welcome to another Using the Clock as a Weapon video. First game of the series. I play 5 games, and 5 games only in each video in this series. I try to manage my clock well, emphasis on try, and I want to keep pace with my opponent, or exceed my opponent even on the clock. So let's see what happens in this game. Playing a 25-26. All right, let's play a6 here. I want to play queen c7, knight c6 maybe. It's a bit of a janky setup already because knight c3, rook c1 is a common plan here. Trying to plant the knight on d5 opposite the queen on c7, but we're just making quick moves, as I said. Let's play bishop e6. Now, if knight d5 I can't take with the knight, I'm going to get mated. I should probably take with the bishop. Okay, and let's step here. I don't think I'm too worried about this invasion. I could do a discovery on the queen, but it's not quite working yet, so let's go here. White can always drop back to d2. Hope you guys are all doing great. I have not posted recently. I've been taking a little bit of a break. Queen b5 is interesting here. Let's give that a shot. But yeah, just recharging as we start the new year. I actually streamed today, and I played fairly well. But I'm curious how I'm going to play in a, let's say, serious 3-minute mini session here. Okay, possible trade. I could go rook a8 and target this pawn. That's actually kind of tempting. I'm going to give this a shot. It's a little more combative. Now on a3 I was thinking knight d7. Maybe knight e8 is worth considering too. Knight d7, get a trade. And then rook c7. Yeah, I'm not quite sure I like that. So let's go knight e8 instead. I want to guard that c7 infiltration square. So looking to force the bishop trade, target a3. That's going to slow white down a little bit. I mean, if I can provoke white to play rook a1 after a trade, I feel like that maybe makes up for this pawn being bad. Okay, so white goes there instead. Fair enough. Let's take. And then I'm going to go knight f6. Who's going to blink first? Is white going to play rook c7 and allow me to take on b3, or is white going to go passive? This pawn's also hanging. Okay, very important. I feel here, b5 is possible, as is simply taking on e4. Let's take on e4. White's going to go here now because they need counterplay against my pawns. And then I think I choose between knight c5, king f6, or maybe pawn b5, and then try to scoop that. That might be decent. There's even moves like rook a2 here. There's a lot of options. Okay. Boy, I don't know. This is one of these time sink situations, though, guys, that I'm really trying to avoid. Let's go king f6. I'm going to try to keep my pawns together. Rook takes b7, maybe rook a2 after that. Let's just attack this pawn and see what white does. It seems uncomfortable for my opponent at minimum. Let's go here now. I feel like attacking the king is correct with white kind of bound up. Try to gain back some time on the clock. Yeah, my knight's going to get into f3 now. Whether I pick up the f pawn or not, I'm going to pick up the h pawn. If I don't win... Oh, okay. So they're letting me take here. Let's go here now. With this in mind. G4, maybe I'll play H6. Okay. So white's clearing the runway for this. And I'm going to go pick this pawn up with check. And then circle back with the knight. Let's drop it on the c5 square. This is a nice stable square. Knights like stables. Okay. Let's go e6. About e5 now. Now, white can move their rook, take, and then go back to b8. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm not sure. I'm going to get a lot of pawns for it. But I just had to play a move there, essentially. This is hard to judge. Yeah, I think that's what white's going to do. Okay, let's go after the h-pawn. Bishop e8 now. That is an issue. All right. Well, not the end of the world. Just go and attack. Okay, let's offer a trade. I'm dropping this pawn. All right, the wheels are coming off a little bit for me, unfortunately. Again, not the absolute end of the world. Here, perhaps. Okay, let's give a check. Okay. Threaten mate. Let's pre-move this. Oh, wow. They're actually letting me take that pawn. Okay, I'm okay with a draw. Yeah, I feel like I should have won that game based on the position I had, but the clock did catch up with me. I don't know. This is a tricky moment right around here where I feel like I have multiple good options. I'd be curious how a player, a couple hundred rating points higher than me, so like a mid to strong GM in Blitz would play this position. Because I ultimately went for the F pawn and the kingside pawns in general, but you can see white conjured up counterplay with the B pawn. And then probably right around here, it's looking like I'm going to have to give up a piece. Okay. A middling start, a draw. We're back in the action. Okay, wow, 27-39. Let's play bishop g4. I like playing this setup. Building pawns on light squares. Opponent's going for the double fianchetto. Fine. My opponent seems like a pretty fast player. But I can be fast too if I want. I know. It's hard to believe, but trust me. Okay, let's go here. Maybe bishop f6. This is an idea I've used in these positions. Trying to neutralize their bishop. Okay, opponent doubles. Let's trade now. And do I care about the capture? Let's just go back here. Defend this guy. Maybe make way for knight d6, which would have ran into c5 on the previous move, so we're not going to allow anything like that. Okay, let's take. Maybe this now. Seems like a good time to play this. So I feel like white's made all the standard moves in this type of structure, and maybe stands slightly better, just due to the space edge and the rooks stacked up, but I think I should be fine if I play well. I gotta say, guys, this is one of my favorite series. I've been posting on YouTube a long time. Shout out to all you longtime viewers. And I don't think these are my most instructional videos. For those, I would recommend watching the standard series. But I have a lot of fun making these videos because they're a challenge. Okay, possible trade here. I'm going to postpone a decision, though. I'm just going to go here. Looks like a useful move. I'm slightly ahead on the clock. So let's just get rid of the back rank problem. I'm going to postpone deciding if I ever want to take on c4. I guess my opponent just solved that issue for me. I think I can take this way. Now, granted, there can be a mass trade here, and I'll have to take with the knight at the very end. So I wonder if their idea is queen b8. No, evidently not. Okay. Well, let's just play knight d6. I thought queen b8 might have been the move there, but... All right. Now I have check. That would force queen d4. Yeah, nothing crazy happening here. Let's just go king h7. Feel like white's on the verge of over pressing here. but maybe they'll sense the danger. They might play something like king h2, just to avert any sort of pressure here. I like my knight on d6. Can't play f6 because I lose this pawn. Knight d4, okay. So maybe this now. I think I can play this one because f5, I just take a bunch of times and the knight is pinned. So now I'm really expecting this move. b5 runs into knight takes b5. Yeah, white does play that. Here perhaps, but then take, my knight is loose. Okay, so am I suffering from the bishop at this stage? Getting a little complicated. No, I feel like I gotta take now and take my chances. Let's do this. I know this pawn's hanging. If f6, I feel like g5 is probably fine. Both our queens are holding the respective knights. Okay, look at the clock. Watch that. Queen takes, okay. My knight needs a stable square. We already established this, guys. Knights like stable squares. Let's go here. Queen b7, I take d4. Even if I lose the b pawn, I think given the clock circumstance, it might be okay. Okay. Yeah, this is getting shaky for my opponent. Queen e5, queen c3, perhaps. Okay, we're definitely not trading here. Let's go in, and thereby stop e5 as well. Let's lurk towards that king. Now queen here. Pressure, pressure on the clock. All right, let's go here. Again, we're not trading. Be annoying in such situations. Be very, very annoying. It's the name of the game. Be queen d4 now. Dominate the knight. Also halt the advance of the pawn. Awkward, awkward move for my opponent. Let's go here. And there we go. Okay, nice. I'm happy with that game because they started out all guns blazing on the clock. And if they want a rematch, I will take that. Let's do it. Usually I just search in the pool, but you know, if I happen upon an interesting opponent, someone around my rating, I will do rematches in this series. So, okay. Castle. Knight e4 is the main move now, and then bishop d2, offering to give up the bishop pair, but if black takes it, we take with the queen, and often d5 is coming, or e4 and then d5. Okay. Yeah, I remember looking at this position. I think I've even had this in a couple games. So, how do I want to play this? Let's play d5. So block the bishop as planned. Now, often black is seizing the opportunity to close the position. Let's go b4 now. Guarding this c5 square. I saw a Karpov game one time where he played h4 in a position like this, and I kind of like that. Even though this bishop may be going back to g7, this allows us to maneuver this knight. The knight is pretty well placed on the d3 square, and I'm not running into bishop g5. That's the point of h4. So let's do this, and I'm probably looking to play c5 in the near future. Maybe knight b5 first. Let's see what black does here. Feeling good about the pace right now. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on my wooden desk. Usually when I say something like this, I immediately jinx myself, so let's not do this time around. f5, okay. I'm going to go knight b5 and hit this pawn. And again, I'm thinking c5. I'm thinking the break. Okay, does that. Interesting. All right, let's take. And maybe rook e1. Just line up opposite the queen. If I go c5, it does leave this pawn weak. I didn't want to calculate the ramifications of giving that pawn up. So this just seems like a useful move. It seems like my opponent is willing to think if I'm making the quick decisions as opposed to them. I'm just getting that vibe. I'm kind of picking up on that tell from my opponent's move times. Queen f7 makes a lot of sense. All right, let's... No, rook a1's not a good move. All right, all right. How about this? Let's just attack this pawn and see what my opponent does. Bishop c8, maybe? This is actually a common rearrangement. I want to look for a time to maybe take over the file. Okay, knight g4. Interesting. You know what? Let's switch things up a little bit. I'm going to go blockade the e4 square and fight with 2 knights versus 2 bishops. Because, as I've often talked about, don't underestimate 2 knights in a blitz game. All right, let's go here. This pawn's defended now. That's nice. Expecting bishop f5. Yep. Okay, okay. Here, maybe? Gotta watch queen g6. Queen g6 is annoying. That move is coming, isn't it? All right. Keep the pace. Yeah, I don't like my knight situation now, all of a sudden. I don't know what to do, though. All right, I'm going to play this. I know queen g6 is coming. I'm going to go rook c4 against that. I wish I would have made that move faster, but it's water under the bridge now. Oh, and this is hanging. I actually forgot about that. Okay, my opponent didn't take me up on that, but I think queen takes d5 was good there. Yeah, now here perhaps? Or maybe here. Let's go here. First instinct. No time for anything else. Okay. Let's trade and play this. We're going after this guy. Knight takes e5 as a threat now. Bear in mind. I would love a trade on e4 if black wants to allow that. About 5 seconds. Good. Okay. Take this guy. Pin. This is also hit. Queen h5. Knight takes d6. The knights are coming to life, guys. Watch out for the hippity-hop to d6 next. Let's do it. Hit the bishop. Okay, knight f7. No. We can set up another pin. Looking good. I also control the e8 square. We're clopping along here. Take d7. Take d7 at the end. Okay. This one is good. Take, take. I win the rook on f8. Yep. This is too much material. Force the queen trade. That's an easy peasy decision. And there we go. Okay. We notch another win. The 2 knights triumph over the 2 bishops. I was getting nervous, though. I was getting nervous, I gotta say. Round about here. Yeah. I spent a lot of time on that move. That 36-second candle right there, I want to try to avoid that sort of thing. For sure, because that was my first instinct, but I started seeing problems. I mean, admittedly, it's probably a bad move. Black should have played queen takes d5 here. But fortunately for me, they didn't do that. Okay. Rematch. Let's go again. See if he repeats this. No? All right. We're going to have a Scandinavian. Shout out to Team Scandi, all you guys out there. And even if you don't play the Scandinavian defense, you can be on Team Scandi, guys. It is allowed. Okay, this is a pretty passive setup by white. b4 runs into bishop takes b4, so I don't think my opponent will blunder that. They'll probably play bishop d2 or rook b1. Yep. Let's go h6. This is often a useful move just to drop the bishop back in a lot of cases. And now we'll play bishop e7. Okay, castle this way. Pretty calm stuff. Could put the bishop on d6 too. It's sometimes a bit more subject to attack from that square. Let's go a6 just to put a stop to any b5 business. I'll centralize. And we'll see how white plays this. Centralize again. You gotta be very patient in the Scandinavian in many, many positions. So, okay, now I'm maybe in a position where I can start thinking about stuff like c5 or b5 and then c5. Let's drop this back first, though. Okay. I'm gonna go bishop f8. Continue the shadow boxing. I don't think my opponent quite knows what to do, and I'm also not completely certain, so I'm content to maneuver a little bit. All right. Let's play b5. I'm going to try to angle for this square. If I can drop a knight in here at some point, I think I'm going to be pretty happy. And if c4, I'm still going to play knight b6. White played c4 right as I said that. So yeah, I'm just looking to exploit this. Isn't f6 a problem? f6 are going to go c5, perhaps? Let's find out. Take here, take e5 at the end. Okay, I'll buy that. Let's go here then. Do I take this bishop? I actually really like my knight. Let's just play this and block that bishop. I mean, if he wants to keep it, bishop a1, that's fine. This bishop I can get back into the game via this diagonal. I can recycle it in. My bishop, on the other hand, I'm just noticing is actually pretty bad here. That didn't strike me immediately, but that is a bad piece. Okay. Let's look to trade these. Okay, I'm behind on the clock in this game. Fortunately, the position's simplifying a little bit. We're exchanging a lot of pieces. This type of position is in my wheelhouse. It's more of a maneuvering struggle. I like these positions where it's about finding good squares for your pieces rather than outright tactics. That said, I definitely can't relax. Anything but. Okay, let's invade. Let's maybe give a check first, and then I'm going to step here. Attack this pawn. Also kind of controlling some infiltration squares. Okay, I don't know that I want to allow queen f7. That actually looks pretty awkward, so let's go here. Don't know about this endgame either. I'm really worried about my dark square bishop in a lot of these simplified positions, like take, knight f5. I guess I can run my pawn. Okay, he went there instead. I'm glad to see that. How to get that guy in the game? I don't know. I'm going to play this and maybe go here next. Bishop h6 eventually. I mean, I've just made my other bishop bad, but what can you do, guys? That's chess sometimes. All right. I really got to stop this. I know. It seems like I'm making the problems worse and worse, but again. Okay, let's go here. Maybe f5. Maybe I can sneak that in. Good move. Good move. But this is getting better now. Bishop h3, there's g4. One way or another, we're getting these bishops in the game. Probable capture on deck. No. Okay. Well, I'll push. That's fine. And then h5 next. Perhaps f5 even. Maybe f5? Yeah, why not? Let's swing for the fences in terms of activity. Okay. I'll keep pushing here. Good, good. Okay. Let's go here. Push this guy now. Like I said, guys, one way or another, I hope to get my pieces in the game. Okay, time. Big factor now. Okay, taking this guy at the end. Good. We're going to invade and go after those pawns. Okay. All right. Oh, I dropped the queen. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't execute king and queen against king in that amount of time. I panicked a little bit, I admit. I probably gave up too much material at the end, but I was just trying to eliminate that pawn. So, all right, I secured the draw. That's not too bad. Let's see if my opponent wants one more rematch here to round out the session. I feel like I should have converted that, though. I know for these young blitz guys, the Andrew Tangs, the Daniel Naroditskis of the world, this would have been an easy conversion. 14 seconds versus 8 with a huge amount of material. But yeah, he's fast. We already established that. I'm a little disappointed, though. I mean, this checkmate's not easy to pull off in 2.5 seconds, suffice it to say, because it's just a little unpredictable where your opponent's king is going to go. So I think probably the key is to keep the queen on the board. The first queen, that is. So probably a little panicky by me. But I actually think I worked my way out of that situation pretty well. I was surprised, let's say around here, that my opponent didn't make some captures, like h takes g4. Or, yeah, h takes g5. If my opponent plays h takes g5 here, after I take back with the h-pawn and then a subsequent g4, at least they have the h4 square. As you can see, white's knight actually lacks some squares as the game went along here. I just had to be careful about knight a5. I did notice that that was a threat in this position. That's why I played bishop d8. And black is now better with the two bishops and the space edge, but this all happened almost just by happenstance that I was able to get my bishop in and start causing problems. Okay, one more game here. Still looking. Okay, gives all the flow. Let's play e4 on this one. We got a grandmaster in the final game. Who is this? Unknown. All right, let's play an open Sicilian. Why not? 27-33. Should I play the stoplight attack, rook g1, the idea g4? Okay, g6 is probably a pretty good plan. I don't exactly know how to play this, so let's just wing it. I believe this is called the stoplight attack. There's a huge amount of moves white can play on move 6, by the way, against the Najdorf, right in this position. Even stuff like h4 and knight b3 is topical these days. Okay, yeah, I do... Okay, something is coming back to me here about this. Is black going to play e5? Something like that? I don't remember, but let's find out. Probably knight c6 also. Challenge my knight in the center. As long as black's thinking, I'm happy. Okay, queen b6. Knight d5 is interesting here. Don't know that my knight will make it back from the brink, though, so let's just do this. Okay, he's sacking a pawn. I like pawns. Is he going to go here, maybe? Okay, no. Let's play bishop d2 just to guard this knight and probably castle this direction. That is one thing about the stoplight attack. You are kind of committing your king to the center or the queen side. Okay, a5. Funky looking move. Idea a4, knight b4 usually. I like that move, I gotta say, from my opponent. Knight a4, maybe then queen b5. Yeah, it's a good move. Knight d5, not sure. That's a pro move right there. That's grandmaster caliber. I must admit, castling is also not great. Bishop e3, queen b4. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm somewhat at a loss. All right, I'm going to castle. I know this looks like I'm walking right into the attack, and I might very well be, but let's just see how black treats this. Black might be able to take here. I mean, I actually don't see anything wrong with that. I have a knight on a1. Okay, knight b4. Oh, danger. Here, check, and I'm getting mated on b2. Yikes. I did not appreciate that. Well, guys, this has gone south in a hurry. I don't even know how I play a good defensive move here. Opponent's fully coordinated at this point. Let's try queen f3, I guess. Idea here. Queen f3 and pray. Down 40 seconds on the clock. I've survived worse things, but yeah, I'm not optimistic. This is where we need them to go into the tank and then play a move like castles when they get to my time. And then we have a fight. Okay. Yeah. Builds up the pressure again. What about knight takes a4 now, though? Seems as good as any. I'll try it. This pawn is actually defended by the knight, so I know they can take a2, but I'll step over. I mean, at least I hit this and I attack this now. And the knight is under attack too. And maybe queen a3. Like queen a5, queen a3. I got a puncher's chance here, guys. Okay. Queen a3. How about it? Yeah, let's try it. Rook a8 is possible, but I'm going to play this against that. As long as my knight remains on a4 and black's knight remains kind of messed up, maybe. Oh, okay, didn't see this. He played this right away. But wait, I take, and then rook takes a4. Nasty. Oh my. This is the threat. Oh, wow. What about king takes? Can I play king takes? I think I gotta play king takes. Oh, but still rook takes a4. Oh, it still works. That's lights out. Hopefully he plays b5 and he misses it. Okay. Don't relax, John. You still got a chance. Let's go here. Okay. Offer a queen trade. This is a bad position even after the queen trade, but yeah. there's rook takes a4 again. Okay. I think I can resign this one. that was kind of a blowout, that last game. Yeah. Let's take a look at that. I am just wondering if there's any way I can defend after knight b4. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, that eval, I thought it would be bad, but not -6 bad. a5, super instructive move right there, guys. Not even the top move, at least initially, according to Stockfish, but you see that in a lot of situations in the Sicilian. So again, black's looking to play a4, and one of the main points of this move is to weaken the queen side. If I play a4 to stop black from playing a4, then black plays knight b4, and that knight is cozy there because not only are they threatening knight takes c2 check, but this knight on b3 lacks a defender. And I know I can't move my pawn backwards, so it's hard to ever contest this square. You see this in the Najdorf. You also see it in the classical Sicilian a lot. I've used this maneuver myself on many occasions. So I could play queen d1 here, but despite being up a pawn, it feels bad. I actually played the best move according to the engine. Okay, and here I simply must play bishop e3. Don't even think I looked at that move, bishop e3. In between move attacking the queen. I guess the idea is to get the knight to d4 with some solid protection. Okay, and actually if I play that, white's good. I guess black can't go crazy and sacrifice a queen or something. Yeah, knight a1. This move also does get played sometimes in the Sicilian, but I don't think this was working out so well. I was briefly optimistic, like right here, but it doesn't look like the evaluation changes all that much. Yeah, queen e5. Wait. Queen takes a2? Wait, what was I worried about here? Rook takes a... Oh, rook takes a4, queen takes a4 is check. Why didn't you guys tell me that? Please write in the comments, like, why didn't you guys tell me that queen takes a4 was coming with check? I count on you guys. You know that. Oh, that's... Yeah. I can't fault myself too much for that. That's something easily missed in a blitz game. In a longer game, I would have found that. Because in a desperate position like this, you think of everything. You sit there, letting your clock wind down, contemplating your fate. So I would have 100% found that. I wonder if he would have seen that this was check. And also, no. Just flashed across my head like, did I have that later? But no, because black played b5. Oh, actually a bishop c3, another move I didn't even consider. Bishop c3, fighting back on the diagonal. Queen takes c3, knight takes c3, okay. And somehow At the end of this, I'm better again. B4. Okay, these bishops are a little scary, but I guess the knight's getting back in the game. Yeah, but when black played rook takes a4 in the game, unfortunately, that is clearly not check. So this is mate in 5. All right, that was a wild one. Well, I think I gained a few rating points in this session, but most importantly, I think my time management was reasonable. Like, those 3 games I played against Spartak, not bad. First game against Sanju could have gone better as well. I don't know. I give myself, let's say, a B+ for this session. You know, if B is average. We're not counting C as average. You know, I'm probably like a lot of you guys. If I got a C in school, my parents would not be happy. So let's say a B is average. Even that, you know, my parents would be like, John, A's. Come on. But let's just say B is average. I give myself a B+ for this session. But let me know what you guys think. All right, so anyways, I enjoyed this video a lot. 3 out of 5. We'll take it. And that's, yeah, I mean, that's B. It's 80%. Or sorry, not 80%. That's 60%. But, yeah, you know, could be worse. Always could be worse. And I enjoyed it. That's the most important thing, and I hope you guys did too. So take it easy. I'll be back again soon with a new video. I'll talk to you guys later.